Hello and welcome. Namaste. I'm John King from Karmic Seeds, and today I'm not taking myself too seriously. It's 4:20 on the 15th of December 2020, and for today's trance, hypnosis, energy sending and all that stuff, the theme is compost. Composting all of this amazing energy that we accumulated during the year and seeing where it all takes us. So anyway, as I said, I'm not taking myself too seriously, and you'll have to pardon any and everything because this is definitely a one-take affair. So I hope wherever you are, you have a bit of a sense of humor, some love in your heart, ideally Christmas joy and all that sort of jazz. And let's get going. Let's start. I would like to thank my mother for teaching me how to knit when I was very young, and that has allowed me to create this very wonderful, inspiring hat, cap, whatever, Helfy's little hypno, whatever. I've had to crystal up for today because, as most of us are going this time of year, I'm a bit buggered, a bit tired, exhausted, trying to find deep inner wisdom, also some motivation. So what does that all mean for us? And lots of crystals required for me to draw on their energy, their intentions, and all of that. Not citrine, carnelian, helping me move energy in many different ways. And part of me making my little hypno hat, not just because look into my eyes, all of that. You are getting very sleepy and tired and relaxed. You stop taking yourself so seriously or this journey of life. And the tip, not just good for picking your nose, it's also good for focusing energy and intention. Lots of different things, so many things going through my mind, through my head. At any time, as you listen to this, please allow yourself just to go into the deepest, most wonderful, calm, relaxing trance. Before you do that though, if you're not in the best, greatest mental health state at the moment, dependent on where you are on this mental health journey and spiritual health journey, please make sure that you check with your licensed medical practitioner before doing a hypnotic trance, which we do as part of this, and to check whether an energy sharing, a Reiki energy sharing is right for you today. You may wish to watch this with someone if you're a little bit on the edge. Make sure they hold your hand. Just do your best in life. Love yourself. Many wonderful thoughts and blessings to come throughout this whole process. Please forgive my random rambles and darting here and there and everywhere. This is unrehearsed, unscripted, just me. If you are underage, please make sure you have your parents' or guardians' permission before watching this or listening to this recording. Energy waves, 2022, what a year, what a life. How amazing is all of this, hey? The reason I chose compost, so anyone who follows me is my friend, and I'm going to ramble about friends and family in a bit too. You may have seen me taking the piss early on in the year and going to 2022, the year of the compost, where we turn all of this shit into something wonderful. Now, hopefully you're managing to do that. For me personally, it's been an interesting year on many levels, and many of my clients and family and friends that I've seen, lots of lessons, blessings, silver linings, all that sort of Airy, fairy, wonderful stuff. As we go through, and normally I, ramble and do this, that, and the other. So let me start now, and I'm going to start several times most likely because I keep thinking of things, but let's first of all connect all of our energies. So what do I mean by that? As a Reiki master, and most of us can in certain ways tune into the universal healing energy if we allow ourselves. We're not taught to, and as the developing fetus turns into a baby, and usually from about age 1 onwards, our energy centers close, our chakras close in our distal points, and we stop naturally sending healing energy to each other. Some of us continue to do so. Others, when we get attuned to Reiki, we learn how to tap into that energy again. Whether all of this is magic, delusion, I don't really care what you might think or say. Well, I do in fact care. I care a lot. I care too much. But I'm going to just tune into a few little things and ask all of you, all of us here in this moment of now, just to take 3 loving breaths together. And as we do that, to just be present and observe what's going on in ourselves. And as we do that, if you would like, I invite you to allow me to connect your energy to this moment of now, here on this 15th of December 2022 in Australia, in a lovely little city called Mergen, 3 hours northwest of Brisbane. And as you connect and as you breathe, so just take some gentle, comfortable breaths. I don't want you to turn blue. I don't want you to do, anything that's not comfortable. But for the first breath, just feel it entering your body and then just naturally leaving your body. Nothing too deep or serious. And the next breath in. A bit deeper. And relax. And on this third breath, really maybe even feel your feet on the ground or wherever you're sitting or lying. Feel your feet. I'm getting a bit lightheaded now. So as we do that, I'm now inviting all of our guardians and guides, those concepts, and even if it's simply your consciousness, whatever consciousness may mean, your final experience of all of your other inputs that then are turned into what you believe is your observed experience. Simply hearing me, allowing, maybe smiling at me, laughing at me, rolling your eyes at me, going, oh my God, what's he on? Can I have some? Yes, you can, because it's all energy and love. As you listen to that, as you hear, our brain waves are entraining. They are becoming aligned. The words that I speak align, concepts form in you, we resonate together. Plenty of scientific proof that, people can communicate in this fashion across the globe when you know how to sync up. And you can allow yourself now, if you wish, to join me here in this moment of now. So I'm asking our guardians and guides to help us, to guide us, and to bring us here together. So, welcome to all of us here now. And that includes future me, because of course I'll be coming back here again and again to receive the energies and be a part of this moment. And the more often we enter this state of deep relaxation and calm, the better. So now with your energies here, if you've, absorbed a bit of stuff, while you may want to smoke one of these, if you've not smudged yourself, I'm going to smudge a little bit and hopefully not totally go up in flames here. Only do this if you know how. And most certainly, if you're underage, do not do this without your parents' supervision. So, lovely white sage, get it at your local spiritual shop. Do all the bits under the arms, up in the corners, around your space. Setting the intention to ask for negative energy to leave. Now, upending this, the burning will asphyxiate itself, therefore this is going to stop smoking, hopefully. So, just cleanse, clear, allow yourself to breathe more easily, to let go. And wherever you are, however you are, whatever you are, I love you. I am grateful. I am deeply sorry. And with that, I apologize for everything. We're all connected, therefore we are all part of this. And through some lovely coincidences, as different things come across my conscious experience today and in thinking about what I'm going to record, a lovely spirit sent me something about Ho'oponoponopo. I can't pronounce it, but it's a lovely healing practice. And in all of us being connected and taking responsibility for everything, ourselves, that's a big ask perhaps. However, if we're mirrors of each other and if we can allow ourselves to do our best, to be still in the eye of the storm, to be calm, to accept our part in this amazing journey, our input, no matter how good or bad we want to be and do our best, our actions have all sorts of connected effects and interconnected ripples. So for everything, I am sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. I am grateful and I thank you. And with you, I mean all of us, this self-aware universe that we occupy, all levels and layers of energy. Thank you. I love you. And love. I failed poetry and love in grade 12 and not pretty. I understand love a bit better now. Different for each of us and all of us, whatever it means for you. If you're not getting enough, if you feel lonely and isolated, and many of us do, myself included at times, a big hug to you, to us, a huge hug. All of us. We can do with more of that. Don't be ashamed and don't be afraid. If you can. And wherever you find yourself and however you find yourself, love and blessings to you. Thank you. Okay, so now, as we clear that all a little bit, let's see, where to next in this lovely ramble. Crystal up, draw on all this amazing energy. Make yourself comfortable now. I'm going to leave the lights on today. My point, focusing attention and composting all of that. So, compost, and energy, and somehow throughout this process, and we're going to start the trance now, even as I ramble a little bit more about compost. So again, go deeper if you so wish. Make yourself more comfortable wherever you are. Make yourself safe. And as you do, with this gentle, loving, faint remainder of the beautiful smell of this, which of course now has stopped smoking. Letting go of the negatives, growing from it. So each of us has our programs that we've received throughout our life, and depending on what we've experienced, certain things will irritate us more, some things we will find revolting. Now, compost. I'm really good at composting. We have 3 dogs. We used to have 4 dogs until not that long ago. Big dogs, so lots of poop. And, you know, all of our shit stinks, usually. And yet it's such a important part of life. And many of us might think that we're all assholes, and most of us have them. And I hope that you can laugh at this. Allow yourself to observe yourself. Now, a lot of us over the last few decades have been taught to be really risk averse, to be repulsed and revolted by microbes. You know, we're all taught to sterilize, and on some levels that's good, and most certainly in this pandemic it's part of the process. However, we still also should embrace the fact that we have these amazing microbiomes, and that microbes all around us are a huge important part of life. Fungi, mushrooms, again, this amazing, wonderful part of the system to dissolve, to create different forms of networks, and it's all part of the life, death, decompose, grow, nourish, revive cycle. So everything we've experienced obviously is from our own personal standpoint. And of course, there are certain life events or experiences that are simply so traumatic or so logically bad. You know, we don't want to suffer, and ideally we shouldn't make other people or animals or beings suffer. We come out of a long history of all sorts of things, and when we look at evolution and survival and here we are. Lots of stories, lots of perspectives. The only person we can easily change is ourselves. So when we observe our own revulsion, our own, oh my God, I don't want to deal with these emotions, these different things, and quite often we'll escape our body. We won't be present. We, you know, go into the future or into the past, and being here and allowing our past to nourish us. All of the experiences, good and bad, they're just experiences. So when I put all of the different components of our compost together, and you know, my husband is quite revolted by what's there, and you know, just out of that lovely mixture with heat and with regular watering and turning it over a bit, and then finding the right environment, we create soil, we create the ability to grow new life, and ridiculously lush, delicious, especially pumpkins and tomatoes I'm really good at, bananas, mulberries, you name it. There's been some lovely things that have come out of my compost over the last years. So when we take that same approach with ourselves and go, well, if we observe ourselves, you know, if we're revolted by something, what benefits do we gain from that? And quite often in groups of people, it's much better to bitch and talk about negatives and the drama and our negativity bias, which is a survival trait, which ultimately means that, you know, as we've evolved, we tend to look at things in a more negative way, because ultimately that means that we're more scared of sticks being snakes. However, it means that we don't get bitten by snakes as often, and therefore we survive, as an example. So with the negativity bias, when we appreciate that and allow it and work with it, then maybe we can allow ourselves to go, okay, so is this disgust that I'm feeling, or this irritation, is this real? Is it beneficial? And if it is, should I be sharing this? You know, there's all these lovely memes around where we go, you know, there's 3 gates of observation. You know, first of all, if we've been told something and we're going to tell it to someone else, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Are we spreading good energy or bad? It's really easy to share misinformation and to bitch and moan about things, and that's part of what we tend to do, and yeah, okay, that's life. However, in taking responsibility for all of us and maybe doing a little bit more to buffer the energy. So a buffer from a chemical point of view is something that maintains the status quo. So a pH buffer, for example, stops the pH from going up or down when acid or base is added. So if we allow ourselves to think, well, maybe I can be a bit more of a buffer. Maybe I can calm and make things a bit more even, and then work with that. And that's both in ourselves and social. So when we do that, again, we can take some of what we've observed from our past and grow in a more positive way. So if rather than flying off the handle and being triggered, getting angry, upset by things that have happened in the past and happen to us again, rather than that happening, if we allow ourselves to, okay, well, I've dealt with that, I've coped with that, maybe I can learn a bit about it, and maybe I can allow myself to be more present. So rather than being revolted by your dirty kitchen sponge, and please do be gentle with your body and your own immune system. We're all at different levels. Remember that anything that has microbes on it, we might see a moldy something, and I'm not telling you to eat moldy bread or whatever. However, when we remember that there's not just negative bacteria and fungi and all of that, there's also lots of positives. So sometimes, rather than getting something negative, we may actually get a really good strain of bacteria that ends up liberating far more good quality neurotransmitters from the food that we eat, and the microbes in our gut do directly impact how we feel, how pardon me, how we can relate to our environment. So sometimes we get positives. So in allowing ourselves to be a bit more loving, it quietens our gut. And in our gut, where our immune system grows and develops and interacts with the world, when we look after that a little bit more and look after our own confidence and eat healthy, organic, all these wonderful things, we get stronger. And so the simple act of being upset, of being revolted by something, sometimes it actually is a really good thing to calm yourself and to allow. And, we don't want negative things to happen to people. We don't want other people to suffer, or hopefully we don't. And we don't want ourselves to suffer. So maybe we can spread that a little bit more, and you can spread that a little bit. And I'm really rambling a lot here, and most of you may already be asleep in deep trance in a happy healing space, or your energy may be here continuing to clear as I send the intention. So changing track a little bit. First of all, I'm just going to count from 10 to 1 now for those of us who like that structured deepening of relaxation. And as I do, as I count from 10 to 9, relaxing and letting go. 8, drifting deeper. 7, letting any knots of tension or tightness unwind and relax now. 6, as you drift deeper down. 5, all stress, tension and negative energy leaving your body at your pace now. 4, as you soften, ease and relax to a level that is appropriate and right for you today. 3, letting the air and energy enter and leave your body gently. 2, as any sound that's not an emergency relaxes you and takes you deep. And 1, drifting here now, giving yourself the okay signal if you so desire, or Gyan Mudra. and allowing that to anchor you in a deep moment of calm. If your eyes are not already closed, if you wish, you may close them, or you can keep looking at me or looking at the room you're in as you listen to this. And as you do, as I bring your attention to a point. Now this point for me is the tip of my little wonderful carnelian wand. And it's not really a wand, but it is for me because it allows me to focus the energy from my right palm chakra into the very tip, and it's quite powerful for me, and everyone's different in what works. So as I now send this energy in the ways that are right for me, that are right for you because you're here as a part of me, then you might see and feel this energy entering either through the crown of your head as if a gentle shaft of sunlight is touching your forehead. Or you might simply feel a wave of calm, of relaxation, of change. Imagine you now for a while allow all the loving, forgiving, healing energy that's all around us to flow through you and not from you. Allowing things just to be for a while. All things just are. And as you give yourself permission to do your best, and we always do our best, and you do what you can, then for a while I invite you to let everything just be. There's nothing for you to do in this moment of now other than just to be. And more, perhaps as you sink deeper and become even more relaxed, you could allow yourself now to be supported by your past behind you. And as you do, imagine that all of the magical, energetic processes of Mother Nature now can use all of your past, transforming it into rich compost for the growth of your future, your brightest and best possible future, and all of our brightest and best possible future. Now, if, for example, you watch one of the wonderful documentaries on Netflix called Fantastic Fungi, then in observing how nature can transform negatives, the wonderful example of toxic waste and oil spills being transformed by the right strains of mushrooms into very fertile, healthy soil and growth. Well, that's all around us. It's all available. So as you give yourself permission more and more to reflect on life, making time for you, making time to fill your own cup, and all of us should do that, and most of us don't. However, as you give yourself permission to look after yourself more, to look after all of the little cells in your body and the microbes, and making the time to maybe eat a little bit healthier, think a little bit healthier, feel a little bit healthier, the more and more your past can nurture you, strengthen you. And you may more and more reflect on those aspects where you might have previously felt guilt or shame, feeling that there was something wrong with you, when in fact it's simply parts of how we interpret things, and a lot of misinformation and miscommunication over the last few millennia have led to this moment of now. And at any given moment we can forgive ourselves, this world and everyone in it. And as we forgive ourselves, and forgiving is a wonderful thing to do, for we release ourselves from all of those negative connotations. Just because we forgive someone doesn't mean that what the other person did was right. It simply means that we no longer need an apology from them. And we let go, we release it. So it doesn't condone their action. It simply means we move on. We grow from that moment. And as we do, We can still set boundaries. Just because I've forgiven someone doesn't mean that I want them back in my life necessarily. So we set firm boundaries, protecting ourselves. And we can strengthen our heart and be more loving. There's confusion between loving and hating the same person or the same moment. And yet we're capable of doing that, and we often do. Imagine allowing yourself to remember to love everyone and everything. Love your enemy, love your friend, love your family. Even when they've hurt you. Thank you. I am grateful for the experience, and I wish for you a healing experience in this life or the next that allows you to understand my point of view. These are nice thoughts and words to send to other people. And as you do, as you allow yourself to relax and drift deep, maybe becoming 10 times more relaxed and just letting go more and more of anything that no longer serves its purpose within you. Allowing yourself to become the you that you wish to be, the you that you already are. And as you let go of whatever conditioning and beliefs that no longer serve you well, and you focus your mind, your attention, focus it on the you that you wish to be. And as you let go of any resistance to becoming that you in a way and at a pace that is right for you, remember to slow down, to be deliberate. There's no need to rush. Well, sometimes there is. However, most of the time, as we know, haste makes waste. So allow yourself to observe yourself. We're all taught to rush. We're wasting so many resources on this world because we're all wanting to achieve and be superstars, and we want our children to be superstars, and all this want, need, must, rah, rah, rah. And yet, in reality, as we take time to just feel grateful, then we attract more things to be grateful for. And every day and every way we grow stronger, happy and healthier, calm and relaxed. So as you continue to relax now, drift deeper. As every single part of you, from the purely physical to the highest spiritual, and every layer in between, whatever that means for you, aligns with your brightest and best possible future. You allow yourself to be more loving, to be kind to yourself, to love and encourage yourself, and to love and encourage other people. May we be happy. May we be free from suffering. As you more deeply relax. Now, you may start to feel more energy. As I invite more energy, allow it to flow through you and not from you. Let it unblock. Let it release and relax you. Let go. Be in this moment of now. As you do, you heal more easily. You relax more easily. And you remember that everything will be okay. It always is. So as you let go of any residual stress and tension at your pace, you drift deeper. You allow yourself to receive that information that is right for you in this moment of now at whatever level. And as every single part of you aligns with that brightest and best possible future, you might see and feel loving pulses and waves of energy flowing through your energy matrix, this amazing being that you are. Your physical body just being one small component of how, what, where, when. As you more deeply relax and let go. In this state now, allow yourself to absorb all of the healing energy that you need. All your beautiful cells going about their business. And as you allow your mind to drift away and relax and go deeper, your body's immune system activating and growing stronger. The beautiful little microbes in your gut turning your food into amazing building blocks and neurotransmitters and all these things that give you the emotions and sensations and feelings. And then as you do, as you allow that, they build, they exchange and grow. Dead cells are gently removed. As you rest in this state, as the little cells go through and check each other, and there are cells in your body that test everything, and if it's not right, then it'll absorb it and ask pluripotent stem cells to come and replace and repair. Just amazing mechanisms, and we don't have to know the details of that. Though my little biochemist brain has all of the little bits of what happens going through it all the time. So just allow that to happen in the background. Growth, metabolism, repair. All of that happens naturally. Any issues within your body, imagine that now as you allow your body's natural intelligence to deal with it then. Growth, metabolism, repair. Heal. Say to all of the little cells, all of the little imperfections within you and perfections, say to them all, I love you. I am grateful. I am sorry. Thank you. I love you. And if you know of Emoto's work with water and freezing and how our intentions can change and order and interact with water, then you would know and experience and are aware of how much our own words and thoughts and intentions can affect the water and our own physical being, as well as other beings. So thank you. I love you. I am grateful. Peace, love, compassion, joy. Remember joy. Joy and happy, 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 joy, joy. So smile at yourself often. At any time, if you're feeling lonely, remember to put your hands on yourself. You can gently stroke or caress or hail yourself. You can put your hand on your heart. You can allow yourself to comfort yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you need a hug, know that I will always hug you. As long as you mean me no harm. So big hugs to any and all of us who need them. And just for a moment now, as we continue to relax and drift deeper at every level, may we be happy. May we be free from suffering. And as you allow those last wonderful moments of infinity to drift through your energy matrix, allowing those beneficial suggestions that are right for you to become a permanent part of your subconscious mind, giving yourself permission to be more loving, to be more encouraging with yourself, this world and everyone in it. to be more forgiving as and when you can. As and when needed, give yourself the okay signal to relax, to let your cells remember this moment of now, when it is safe to do so, to relax to a level that is right for you. And then as you do, you're strong and confident, happy and healthy, calm and relaxed. And then every day and everywhere we grow stronger, happy and healthy, calm and relaxed. And now very gently, as you slowly, delicately even, start to prepare to return, take one last glorious moment in your healing space. Allow your conscious and subconscious mind to experience the most beautiful, soothing, healing, loving sensations, sights and sounds, whatever is right for you. As they relax you and unwind you and heal you, nurture you, allow your deepest energy reserves to recharge. This is such a stressful period for many of us. So as you make time for yourself and your own energy recharging, absorb and allow all the energy that you need that's free around us all the time. Remember to breathe in Mother Nature. Now we can do this, and I do this even when I'm in the smallest little brick room with very little life in it, or in a lab somewhere where I can't see outside. I can still let my mind, my intention briefly connect to nature. And as I inhale through the atoms that we all breathe, that we all recycle, that are all a part of us in the different phases of life and energy. And we can bring in that energy as needed. And we can allow it to fill us. Our ego may say otherwise. However, as we let go of our ego and remember how amazing we are as energy beings, then things become easier. The mountains become molehills. Everything is manageable. We break things up into smaller, manageable tasks, and then we simply fix it, repair it, apologize for it, deal with it. More and more as we focus on the win-win for all of us. And we let go of the stories of hurt and pain and shame. And we turn them into stories of growth, of compost, of understanding, of lessons and blessings. Blessed lessons. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. And you smile and laugh at yourself, and you dust yourself off, and you stand up taller and proud. And you gently go again and do all the things. And you continue to do all the things to enjoy this amazing journey of life. So now, as you gently prepare to return, as I count from 1 to 5, bring a wonderful, gentle, loving, buzzing feeling back with you as I count from 1. This deeply relaxed state which is always within us. To 2, gently starting to return, a feeling of wonder and calm returning with us. Whatever number I'm up, I'll just go 3 again, just in case I've said 3, and if not, then 3. So 3, here we are. So 3, here we are again. Smile. As you hover around 3, take a moment. If you're walking up steps in your mind or whatever, are there any other changes you need to make? Things that need to click into place, insights that you need? Did you learn all the lessons from your compost that you wanted to? And if not, take a moment. Let the wisdom in, let the insight in. and 4, coming closer now, moving your fingers and toes and maybe stretching a bit and doing all that you need and want. And 5, back in your body now, taking a moment, opening your eyes when you're ready, and take your time, and making sure that now for a few minutes or even up to half an hour to an hour, you look after yourself, you protect yourself. Let your energy settle and balance, and just continue to rest in a feeling of gratitude and love for a while. And remember, this is an amazing journey of life, and the more we remember to regularly practice gratitude, I am grateful for all of you, all of us present here, and all the blessed lessons, including my 2 hernias that are making me once again slow down and relax. Love, peace, joy, all these wonderful things. I thank you so much for your company, your presence, for hopefully not taking me too seriously and yet taking me seriously, because some of what I've said is quite important. And everyone who has supported me throughout this year, thank you. Financially, I'm very grateful. I could do with a lot more. I still need to somehow finance better equipment, and I'll get there. It's all good, all at some wonderful pace that I'll trust the universe to deliver. I'm John King from Karmic Seeds. If you want an amazing hypnotherapist, contact me. If you need energy healing, contact me. If you need a good laugh, then, well, just laugh at me or with me, whatever. This is the last recording I'm doing for the year, so if you've enjoyed them, great. If you need more, whatever, share them. Stay tuned. Actually, it won't be the last one for the year. There will be one after Christmas, I suspect. I'm just not committing to anything other than my own mental health and well-being. So listen, look, hear, all feedback greatly appreciated. Tell me the amazing stories and things that have happened to you, what you're experiencing in trance, if you so wish and desire. I could keep rambling and I won't. So many blessings, calm, love, peace, world peace. May we all be happy. May we all be free from suffering. Namaste. And now I'm Uncle Fester. Whee! Anyway.